We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Sweetie!
Check nickel. No. Off.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Squeeze, double.
Sunday.
Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's caught. It's Coleman. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Brissett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Brissett. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. picked up by Malik Hooker, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9
you
picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. He'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
53 is the mic. Check mic, check mic. Check.
Throwing now is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
7's the mic. So we got man. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check.
57.
Still laying.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
53, Mike 53. Push him back. Kill.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Here we go. 180.
Mike. Let's go. 53's the mic. 53. Check.
Great 57.
Let's go, D. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. We don't want this.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. 20. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a give right side, Coleman. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 24. Switch. Watch the safety creep. Tight dog. He's checking. Crash.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. Open man is Ross, complete. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Brissett now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Brissett now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Through an opening, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tevin Coleman 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett going for the deep ball. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
82, 82. Hey, seam 6. Listen.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Davis now to return it. An update from Buffalo. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Mack. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play action now. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They go play action with Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
3 buzz. Check. Check, hot route. Hot. Hey, switch gears. Check. Check 3, check.
Lefty.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Ram.
Hey.
Now a give, right side. It's Coleman. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
Coming to you. Mike, 53. Mike. Watch the slant.
Now Wentz. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. How about that being his 13th interception of the season, tied for number 2 all-time.
And when someone's having a season that fantastic, wouldn't you think you'd have a scouting report that says, don't throw in his area?
I don't think he's cared about the scouting reports all year.
Yeah, he's found a way to find the football. He's become a true ball magnet.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You call plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Take it at the 37. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive. Just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Watch the screen. Check it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Brissett sets to throw it. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. Brissett now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Brissett escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Eagles have retaken the lead. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Brissett. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here's Brissett. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Throwing, Brissett. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
Here's Coleman, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go. Waiting. Kill.
Here's Wentz to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Returnable here for Davis. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Play fake, Brissett. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Brissett. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Waiting. Mike's 47. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Hatchet. Under 10.
Out of the gun, Irvin. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the Eagles are in for 6.
Hey, here he is.
got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Get out the field, defense. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Two jet.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Watch tight end. Hey!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's got Rome. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 87 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
I got 11.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now the set. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hey, we got a steal. Three bucks. Mike 9. Get ready. Mike 9.
Now Brissett on fourth down. Being chased, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Ezekiel Ansah. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Check 99.
Great 15.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. On the screen, this is Coleman. Room here to run. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there on the screen pass. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. They'll find Everett there, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. A beautiful spin and room to run. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
At the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
53, Mike 53. There's a corner now.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Check 37. Rush in.
Yes.
Mike.
5-9.
53, Mike. Watch the
Pitches to Coleman. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Check 53. Right. 53 is the Mike.
From the pistol, they'll run with Hyde. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Watch the edge. Big edge. 36. Bang.
Down the man inside, down the man.
They'll run it with Coleman. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, and knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. Flush to his right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Wentz now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. He completes this one to Mack, and they work this well upfield across the 45. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now Brissett. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go up top. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A very solid gain of 27. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Sunday.
Wentz to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brissett. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Mack. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Spins past him. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, In your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Someone moved, flag is out, that's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Brissett. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 44-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you don't want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. From the 35 on 2nd down, Brissett under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So So for Philadelphia, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you.
trade.
Early, I'm up.
Yeah.